Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 1019, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and BigGTV.
And welcome back to the Prentice Orthopedic and Air Coach's Corner. This portion of the show brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com. And I don't know if my next guest has used them or not, but I know you've got probably some acquaintances up at TOA from Floyd Walker's our guest here.
Well, you know, back in my day, there was no TOA.
No.
It was just you go to Tom John's office. That's what it used to be, the place to be for all your orthopedic.
Did he do everything? I mean, back then, because there's such a big conglomerate now.
Right.
But back in the day, it really just was Dr. John's.
Well, and as far as Murfreesboro and Rutherford County athletics went, he was the only guy. You know, and that was what, early to mid 80s. So, but yeah,
thank God for him.
Stitch his stall up a little bit.
I'm so glad he did show up, because I don't know what medicine would be like now, sports medicine here in Murfreesboro. But you're going back a few years, aren't you? On that one.
Don't tell anybody, man.
Floyd Walker's our guest here, the head coach of the Eagleville Eagles, and big win last night. It's always good to win homecoming,
it is.
But rather decisively as well.
It is. I thought our kids really did a good job of just trying to keep the main thing. You know, it being homecoming week and not getting overly involved in it, but still participated in a lot of the activities and being able to enjoy those. But when the game kicked off, I thought they had the right mindset as far as paying attention to detail and trying to just do the basic, simple things that we ask them to do day in and day out.
And I know homecoming does have some distractions, but boy, I guess you get a little sigh of relief when you know they handle it well and they come out and play tough early, you know, and not scare you to death, I guess.
I mean, and that's the thing about it. I know coach speak and coaches sometimes take it to the extreme as far as thinking whether or not a kid is prepared to play, but you have to give these young men a lot of credit. They are able to balance a lot more than we think they can. They're able to handle a lot more than we think they can, and when the lights come on, a lot of times they're more ready and more prepared than the coaches are.
You know, Floyd, when you get off to a good start, and you had some people that really. You were able to run the ball quite a bit last night. Was that something you felt like that you'd be able to do last night, or is that just it kind of happened?
Well, I mean, that's what we want to do. We want to run the football because football hadn't changed over the years. I mean, you talk about people going to hurry up and spread and no huddle and all those things, but at the end of the day, if you can run the football and you can stop the run, you got an opportunity to win, and that's going to be our MO for as long as I'm there, and I think that's a lot of people's MO.
Well, you're sitting in a good spot. We'll talk about that in just a minute, but highlight a couple of players here. Marshall Fields had 3 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown, added 2 receptions for 55 yards and a TD in the 34-6 win. So that's a little added bonus there too, catch and run.
Yeah, it's a little bit added bonus when he can give us some yards rushing. It takes some heat off of Jonathan Jordan and it takes some off of Thomas Solomon. So when we can get him in there and get him a couple of snaps with the ball in his hand, it kind of helps our offense out a little bit more. And when you can throw it to him and you get people spread out and he's able to catch it and execute that, it just gives you a little bit more options and makes you a little bit more difficult to defend.
Boy, Jonathan Jordan, what a night. I mean, 10 tackles on a sack and then ran for 130 yards. That's the whole package, isn't it?
And he is loving every minute of it. I mean, you're talking about a kid who really hadn't been able to play a lot the last 3 years. But now he's playing pretty much every snap on every offense, defense, and specialty team, and it's just absolutely a joy to watch perform on Friday nights.
You know, I always say Eagleville's a small school, but if you go out there, you realize it's not really that small. But kids get a chance, and if they hang with it, and I know you don't have a lot of people that just kids that leave the program.
Right.
They'll stick with it to middle school and get and even into high school, and that's a case of it paying off for somebody,
It is.
and patience, having patience.
It is, but I mean that's the whole thing. If you'll just have patience and just buy your time, all right, because people develop at different stages. People, I mean, whether it's a skill set or whether it's maturity, people develop at different levels, and if you'll just wait your time and you continue to show up, put the work in, it's gonna pay off. But it's just just when is that going to happen? I don't know. But what you don't want to do is put somebody in there that's not ready and that's physically can't protect themselves.
Last week I didn't interview you, but I was kind of following that game pretty closely, and you really staged a comeback that just didn't quite get there. But I know you felt, I could sense, you felt pretty good even though you lost that game. It felt good about not giving up and playing hard, and then I think it kind of showed up tonight because Cornersville is usually you've had some close games with Cornersville in the past.
Cornersville, what they do defensively and what they do offensively creates some challenges. They run the wing tee and they give you a lot of misdirections with a lot of moving parts to it, and what you have to do is you have to be able to be relaxed and read your keys and play with your eyes and your feet. And I thought, like I said before, I thought our kids had done that. But this team and this group of kids, especially the senior group, they're a joy to be around. They really enjoy one another. They have a blast playing together. They have a blast in the locker room. A lot of them hang out together once they leave. And that's what you want in a team.
The togetherness part, I think, is what's so fascinating to me, because it's a rural area,
right,
but there's a little bit of, there's the Mexican restaurant and those kind of places. They can kind of hang out a little bit, but they actually kind of go home with each other, don't they? I mean,
they do. They'll go over to each other's houses. They'll be on the weekends, or they'll go to Waffle House or place Taco Bell. They're always going to gather somewhere. But again, it's one of those situations to where I think the neat part about our place is that whether you play every snap or you play one snap or you don't get to play any at all, you get treated the same way.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're part of it, because I think all the players do a tremendous job of treating everybody with that respect.
Preparing for the wing tee, what did you tell them last night? I mean, before the game? I mean, I know you worked on it at practice.
You really want me to
see it, to see that. I know you're not going to, so I thought I'd ask you. But, I know that was a different look for them, but they responded really well.
I mean, the big thing was, trust your coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Trust your coaching. You get lined up first. That's the number one thing. Get lined up and communicate. If everybody communicates and everybody talks, you'll get lined up and you'll be prepared to make the plays that you need to make. And I thought our kids did a super job, because sometimes you got to check, you got to roll a secondary, or Grant Cooper's got to make a check. He got a bunch of checks this week, and I thought he handled that beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we may have missed a line one time, but there was no misalignments on defense, and that prevented any type of self-inflicted wound. So I was pleased with that.
Floyd Walker's our guest here on the Prentice Salsa Heating and Air Coach's Corner. Floyd, I know we've mentioned this, and I mentioned this every single time, I think, but the coaching staff that you've assembled and have been together, all of you have been together for years. To me, that is, and kids see that and their stability, and they know when you say trust their coaches, I think they buy in because they know that you guys have been successful together.
And we're all on the same page because, like you said, we've been doing it so long. We know how we want to do it. We know what we need to do. We know, and again, defensively or offensively, number one thing is get lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Get lined up, okay?
Yeah.
And they give you a lot of weird different formations. There may be 2 over here, 3 to one side, and maybe 4 to one side, and you got to get lined up to it, because if you don't get lined up correctly, somebody's free, and it's going to be an easy score. But I think they believe in what Coach Spann is teaching on the defensive side, and I believe our kids like running the football.
I guess we're going on the road here next week, and you're 1-0 in district play, region play. I know that's you guys have always been like that. I mean, you don't mind playing anybody. You don't buckle down to anybody, and but it always seems that you all seem to gel as the season goes on, and you get stronger as the season goes, barring any injuries. You get stronger rather than go the other way.
I think that's a tribute to our kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a tribute to the upperclassmen teaching the underclassmen and taking the underclassmen under their wings. I mean, I heard one of the parents tell me that a lot of the senior O-linemen had one of the freshman O-linemen over and just hanging out playing video games with them.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
it's one of those deals. So when those young people see how it should be, it's a lot easier to keep that consistency.
Big crowd last night.
Yeah, it was.
I wish I could have been there, but I don't know if I could have gotten in. It's so crowded. I
would have got you in.
It is a big crowd. You're going to hold me a place when I'm going to be able to get there, right?
We roll out the red carpet for you.
No, you don't have to do that.
Fire up the trumpets, all right?
I just soon go incognito, to be honest with you. All right, let's talk about. You're not going to, but let's talk about Richland a little bit. Know anything about them, and that's just a trip. It's a road trip.
I know Coach Patterson. Coach Patterson and I go back a long ways, and Coach Patterson once upon a time coached at Eagleville. Coach Patterson, my understanding is they want to spread you out. They're supposed to have a really good young quarterback, either a freshman or a sophomore, so they want to throw the football some. Defensively, they're going to give you what we call an even front. He's going to be sound. They're going to get lined up. I know they've always been physical, and we're going to have to be able to match their physicality again.
Just the fact it's a road trip is always kind of puts a little extra burden, but I guess you all have been together so long, and they know, and even the kids know the routine. It's not really that big of a problem, is it anymore?
It's not. Again, it's one of those deals where us coaches may make a bigger deal about getting and going on the road, but the kids are the kids. They're going to have pregame meal. They're going to get their bags packed. They're going to load up. They're going to climb on the bus. Some of them have on their AirPods, and some of them go to sleep. And that's just what they do. And when the lights come on, they should be ready to play. And that's the approach we're going to take, and that's the approach we've always taken.
Well, big win last night. I don't know how you do it, but keep doing it. I mean, it's just you're always in it. You're always in the hunt, and that's what it's all about. And the kids enjoy being there, don't they?
We just try to enjoy the kids because it flies by.
Yeah,
it tries to fly by, and we want them to have a memorable and enjoyable experience in our program. And we love it when some of them come back after they've been gone for several.
Do they come back for homecoming?
A couple of them came back from homecoming last night. I was able to see some of them, but and we still try to stay in touch the best way we can, and we're gonna end up eventually trying to get some of those alumni back on campus and just try to pour into these young men and give an opportunity to talk about how Eagleville football has evolved over the years.
All right, you're traveling to Richland, and you can go. People can follow you to Richland, can't they? You'll have a good little entourage going with you.
We will, and it'll be a good game for them too as well. But before I go, can we? I just want to say we wish speedy recovery to Nancy Warden, one of our English teachers. She was in a severe automobile crash. I think Wednesday. She's in Vanderbilt right now, and she's already had several surgeries, and she's got to have a couple more. But our thoughts and prayers are with Nancy and her family. So I just want to make sure we can
prayers are with her. That's just a hope for a speedy recovery.
Yes,
that's tough. All right, Floyd. Good talking to you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks after you've reeled off a couple more wins. How's that?
I hope that's the case.
Floyd Walker, the head coach of the Eagleville Eagles. This portion of the show has been brought to you by Dr. Automotive. You ever been to Dr. Automotive?
No, I haven't.
No.
I know the owner, though, but maybe that's why.
The cure for your car. Professional auto repair and maintenance from ASC Certified Mechanics and Master Mechanics. Check them out online at autorepairsmyrna.com. When we come back, we'll be talking to Christian Peterson, the head coach, on Cougar Corner.